We need to generate clients that have projects. So the whole idea is to get in front of people that may be looking for you. Sharing and marketing, driving potential customers through our social networks. Now, we all have social networks, and I'm going to go back to the diagram now to give you an example of how that works. Business feeds all, and using the skill engine to produce visuals as an engine to drive your social network is what really needs to happen. And that's what the Project Magnet formula is all about. So let's take a look at a typical network. So this is an individual on the internet, but it's not only about an individual on the internet, it's about you in your social circles, your family, your friends that you already know. Your close proximity of inner circle is your most powerful leverage. A lot of people think, oh, I'm going to go viral. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to target the world. That's not how it works, because the way it really works is with your personal lists. So your telephone list, your WhatsApp list, your Facebook personal profile, not your business profile, your Instagram personal profile, are far more powerful than any business profile that you've synthetically tried to set up. So the people that know you already, and what I'm saying is that you may have worked with someone 15 years ago and you haven't spoken to them for 15 years. That is the person that I am trying to target in my social campaigns, right? And it happens, let me tell you, it's extremely powerful. The problem with big accounts like Facebook and Instagram sometimes is that they filter information. So they're monitoring information and they can be blocking you as well. So for me, like WhatsApp and my personal Facebook profile have been the most powerful leverage that I've managed to get from the internet, and using a YouTube link. Just simple stuff, not this complicated. Whoever this guy is, he's an architect, but this would be your first circle, right? And what happens when you market online, or in reality, it could be at a coffee shop, but let's talk about WhatsApp or Facebook right now. And so you may have a new project that you send out on your profile, and this particular guy sees it and he goes, wow, that's pretty amazing. Because why is it amazing? Because you've leveraged AI. You haven't done your traditional work that you used to do. Your portfolio looks like it was done by like a team of 20 people now. So the work that you've created is on a completely different level. So what happens is he may tell this guy about you. He may not be interested, but he may share your work with this guy, and this guy might share your work with someone like on the other side of the planet that doesn't know you. But because it's a referral, so weird things start happening. So this lady might introduce this guy, and this guy will refer someone there, and maybe it will happen again. And this is randomly what starts to happen with your inner circle. So your inner circle is super powerful, but they're going to start sharing information about you. Why? Because your work is unbelievable, because you used AI. Average work doesn't have any leverage. It will just go off on the edge. People will lose interest in that quickly. But if you've got a message when you're marketing, like for instance, you wouldn't send out a building that you've done, an image of a building, without any information. You might have designed a house that accommodates nature and the sun and contextual regionalism, and it's got a certain style. And so you want to position yourself as an expert, and that's what you're going to be doing. And the business side is not very complicated. It just means you need to produce great stuff. Skills are the engine. Skills are the key to everything, right? So Norman Foster sitting over here, he says the pencil and computer are equally, okay, I put the computer in. He says the pencil and pen are equally as dumb. They're only as good as the person driving them. So although there is AI, you still need your intellectual property that you've gained over the years, and you can leverage AI on another level. Yes, people can push a button and produce really cool images, but it really means nothing because you've also got I guess it's like giving a child the keys to a car. He can drive the car, but he'll probably smash it into another car because he doesn't know how to drive it. So that's AR. It's a very powerful tool. So our greatest asset is time. So if you can use AR quickly, you'll be able to work on risk. So instead of working for 10 hours, you'll work for 20 minutes and win a project. And that's what AR is giving us. It's giving us this ability to have leverage. Let me talk about me a little bit, just quickly for those that don't know me. My name's Jason. I'm going to be very quick with this. My job for the last 26 years has been launching projects. And before AR came out, these are some of the projects. I worked for big commercial companies, about 7 or 8 as a consultant, as an employee. These are all proposals for very early stages of winning client interest. So that's been my thrust. I'm not a visualization artist. I'm a design architect, and all of these projects are real. And some of them have actually manifest. So my day in a commercial office would be putting together the planning as well as the 3D model in Revit, as well as proposing the new project to board members, directors, and developers in the very early stages of each meeting. However, my passion has always been to be independent and work for myself. And unfortunately, when I came to live in the Middle East, my Hebrew isn't very good. So most of the big offices here function in Hebrew, and it's very difficult at a high end to not understand anyone in the boardroom. So I've had to work for myself, and it's been frankly the best thing that's ever happened to me. So I consult for other firms all over the world, and I do projects intermittently. Here are some of the projects that have been built. This is the retail mall in Pretoria, South Africa. It's called Tshwane Mall. This is Akija Mall in Nigeria. And here is the Da Vinci Hotel, and this is the Belita Mall. So these are just a few of the concept designs that have moved into final stages, and there are a few more. I'm also an online marketer, and I have an online school, and I've collaborated with Dick Catalia. He's Revit Pure, and also with Blue Turtle. They are an architectural consulting company, and but the Balkan Architect, if you know him, I've collaborated with him, and Eric Bobrow, a very good friend of mine, also been collaborating with them for years. Here he has a picture of me and Frank Bruchman, and he's a fantastic architect. And here some of my students. There have been 400 students in my training. And so that's a lot about me, right? They remain hidden behind their computers a lot. So they spend their lives behind the computer and no one knows that they exist. So this may be your design process over here, right? But the marketing side that we've been speaking about is completely ignored. And the problem with that is that no one knows that you exist. So you land up waiting for work. And that's not what you should be doing. Obviously, if you work in a commercial firm, there's a lot of churn and people approaching them for new proposals and projects. And that's why it is a commercial firm, because it's got a lot of momentum. But if you are a small practice, you've got to be proactive online.